Alrighty, so what we're going to be doing here is showing you how I do uh, my time-lapse videos. So what you're going to need to do is open up Photoshop if you have it. If not, we can work around that too. So fortunately what I've already done is I've started off with a new file, which you just do new, and it's a video layer. So what we're going to do is we'll select video, film and video, and we'll do this size and formation just to make it easy. From here, you go into the layer menu, and I've got the option to do new video layer from file. I do that. So I've already compiled all the images I want to use for this time lapse right here, and essentially you can kind of see through the images. I've got, I think, probably around 150 images, so not that many. You just start at the beginning. I select that, and because all of these images are continuously file named, it'll automatically upload all those images into this one file. And so clearly that's not the picture I want. So I zoom out a little bit. I use the Command T thing, and it asks me if I want to convert it to smart layer. I do, and I adjust the frame size. So because this takes a little while for it to buffer it, I'm just going to go back over to my other file, which I've already converted and got it set up. So we'll not save this one. So right here, I'm just give it a quick play. You can see how the clouds are moving back, and obviously the waves back and forth. You see a little crab moving there earlier. So what we can do, there's a few things you can do to adjust this. We can adjust the frame rate to slow it down or speed it up. Where are you? Somewhere here. There we go. So let's slow this down a little bit, just because it'll give us a little bit more time to work with. Because I wanted to be able to see a little bit more while it's going. So it's still figuring it out right now, and that's why it's slowing down. So clearly you've got a bunch of images to work with. Now one thing that's nice is what you can do is, because this is like an image, we can adjust a few different things pretty easily. So these are smart layers, so I can adjust my vibrance and saturation, bring those up if I want to, give us an overall pretty image. And so because it's a smart layer, it's doing that to all the images that I have inside this. Alright. Also, if you have any issues with spots or anything on the image, you're able to adjust that as well. We'll do another smart layer here. We'll just go ahead and increase the contrast a little bit and pull down the brightness just to get us a little bit better effect overall. So from here, what you're doing now is you can export this, and we'll render it to a video and we'll see how it looks. We'll just go ahead and put this onto the desktop too to make it easier. This should take just a couple of minutes, maybe a little bit less, depending on how fast my computer is feeling like working today. There are also other ways to make the time-lapse videos. If you don't have Photoshop, you can use iMovie. That'll be an easy way to do it. With that, what you're essentially doing is you're taking your video clips, if you've shot in video, and then you are just adjusting them to be faster than they were already. And so that's the same idea. It's essentially just cutting out frames from the video and allowing you to be able to work with the images there and it's a lot more user-friendly. When shooting your first time-lapse videos, what you want to be sure you have a strong tripod so your image isn't going to be moving around throughout the period. And that really helps with the overall quality of the video. One thing that's nice when you have a very high resolution video, what you can do later too, is you can actually crop into the video a little bit, and that allows you to be able to add some movement to the video, which makes it a little bit more interesting than just sitting still. And that's what I'll do oftentimes when it comes to my videos, is I'll shoot it very wide, and then I'll crop it in for the edit and allow it to be able to look better overall. Alright, we're halfway there. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. In order to make these time-lapse videos too, the photos are taken in exact difference or exact distance apart, so these are like 10 seconds apart, each photo. And what I should do actually is adjust the brightness eventually as I'm going through, but I haven't done that in this one just because it's one of my earlier sets that I tried to do. So that what I mean by that is I'm adjusting my camera settings so it's automatically adjusting for the light change, and so it's increasing the time for each shot. So you get a smoother image and you get a smoother transition, at least of light. So that's one thing I'm going to be planning on doing at least soon. So hopefully that turns out alright. I'm not sure really, but if it works like I think it will, it'll look good. Alrighty, so that says it's done. We'll pull that up in QuickTime, see if it'll work. So there we go, a quick 5-second clip just from a little bit over 100 images, and this is probably about a 20-minute sequence that I did. So it gives you a little bit of an idea how it works. There you go.